Welcome back. We're in episode 7 here of the Chair Company Recap Pod. As always, it's Matt and Clark. Today we have a special guest, another member from the Field Guide Podcast Network. We have Rachel, host of the Science Sleepover. Rachel, tell us a little first about Science Sleepover, and then a little bit about yourself, what goes on. And
yeah, it's just me and one of my best friends. We just talk about everything we can, science-wise.
Amazing.
Yeah, if you're into science, you should listen to it. Even if you're not into science, I bet we can answer a lot of questions that you might have.
Biohacking.
Love that.
Carrots, eyesight, all the important stuff.
Hitting all the big points.
I'm sold. And then, secondly, tell us about your relationship with Tim Robinson content. What else are you into of his, if anything? And how have you found the show so far?
Yeah, I'm probably into like everything Tim Robinson right now. I got into I Think You Should Leave, like, I want to say 2020, probably around there. One of my camp counselors who I was like I looked up to very much, he talked about I Think You Should Leave in this like super funny sketch. And he was already a super funny like camp counselor. So I thought, okay, well, if I want to be super funny, I should watch I Think You Should Leave. I tried to watch it with my brother and he wasn't into it, but
That's correct,
I really liked it. And then from there I've been kind of a Tim Robinson fan. I haven't been able to like sit down and watch Detroiters. That's probably the only thing that like I'm lacking on. But like I've watched it a couple of times. I just watch it when I'm sitting on my phone.
Rachel, which sketch was it? The one that, what was your like the reference point that your camp counselor had brought you in with?
Oh, he was talking, it's not even like a super good sketch. He was talking about the one where the guy is eating soup, gazpacho soup, and he's like, it burned my tongue because it was room temperature instead of being cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
When you expect something to be so hot.
Yes.
Okay. That's hilarious.
I love that was the first one. It's always, I mean, they're all going to be oddball to start with, but I love that was one too.
Are you guys like, would you say you've watched everything Tim Robinson's ever put out?
Everything. I'm not going to claim to be a full completionist because it's just hard. And I'm sure there's some YouTube videos or like SNL, something that I've missed. I would say all his like stuff since 2017, kind of the main line. I've definitely seen every I Think You Should Leave, seen Friendship. I'm one episode away from finishing Chair Company, obviously. Seen Detroiters. So yeah, I guess.
That's a pretty comprehensive. I don't think I have. No, I've seen most of Detroiters. I kind of randomly will hop in and watch an episode, so I'm not even that well versed in Detroiters. Every I Think You Should Leave, of course. Yeah. And more so I seek out all of his like interview content, or like anytime him as a real person is like doing some funny bit, or like him and what is that one clip where he's at, what is his name? The Tim and Eric show. Tim whatever.
Heidecker. Yeah.
Yeah. That one clip where he's like heckling from the crowd at the Tim Heidecker show, that's so fun. Or any of his little IRL bits I love.
And what is is it spider sniping or what?
Yeah, the Spider League, of course. Yeah,
the Spider League. Thank you.
Me and my friends in San Antonio started a Spider League.
Seth Meyers show. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh, so good. Yeah, send the app. I need to get the app to get into it a little bit.
Rachel, anyone got kicked out of the Spider League yet, or are all the members still around?
No, but there is a guy in the league that like just sends. He's just looking for community, and he sends like just pictures of what he's doing. Yeah. I can't even explain
That's not
him.
what this is
He's
for.
in trouble. He doesn't care.
That's not what that's for.
Good.
That's awesome. Well, we're happy to have you. Thanks for joining. You guys
Thanks
ready
for
to
having
jump
me.
into episode 7?
Yeah, this episode was
Okay.
crazy. They were.
It's
I
crazy.
don't know how they
Yeah.
did the editing on this episode. It was so chock full. I mean, it was a feat that they did. They went to so many places, and I was never really that lost. So,
Yeah.
cheers to that, at least.
Right. Yeah. It moves a lot. I think that's a term a lot of film people talk about, but the episode is moving the whole time. You're not in one location ever, really. Okay. Yeah. So we open up, and Ron's kind of having a dream nightmare, thinking about his past couple days. So he thinks about his confrontation with Jeff. He's thinking about some of the other crazy stuff he's been up to. And next thing you know, he walks back in with a dog. So he comes back, and they've got a dog named Baby.
Yes.
And then that kind of came out of nowhere, maybe a bit of a midlife crisis, sort of just crisis purchase. But he then reveals that he's been suspended from work, which is, I guess, news to all of us, but maybe makes sense.
He needed some repercussions for, shoving him.
You can't do that
on a work retreat.
I mean, it was more of a like reactive. I don't know. I don't think I would have suspended him for doing that.
I get that.
He was the moment was hot. A lot going on with the RC cars, and they're on our property,
and they're sweating. It's hot. Yeah.
Right. Anytime
it's
there's an RC car involved.
Yeah. What do y'all think about the dog named Baby? That was maybe the most unhinged thing of this little scene.
More so how he's saying it is just
Baby.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Baby. I don't know. That's not a way that any people talk unironically except for him.
Did the dog have a little baby's thing on his head, or am I just
a baby bonnet? Yeah,
a baby bonnet.
I think
Okay,
it did,
cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Baby would have been like a really normal dog name if it wasn't the way he said it.
Right.
That's probably true.
Yep. But so in this revelation to Barb, she kind of, at least in my mind, for the first time, kind of snaps at Ron and goes off about all the slack she's been picking up lately. And
yeah,
that was my first reaction. Was like, okay, finally she's acting real towards him and acknowledging how absent he's been and they're preoccupied. I don't know did you guys have the same reaction?
I think that coupled with when we see a few scenes later Seth's hat in the garbage, I think it's really supposed to tie together. He's kind of been living in this la la land where nothing that he's doing is affecting his family, and his wife yelling at him for sure was kind of like a reality check for him and for us, because we kind of felt like we're in it, nothing's affecting his job, it's not affecting his family, but now he's suspended and his hat is in the garbage.
And the hat is in the garbage underneath a Donovan Mitchell poster. So, just a quick shout out to D Mitch there.
Yeah, no, I noticed that too. I was like, that's very timely. Who knows, in 3 years it could be like Donovan Mitchell's on some other team or something.
Don't speak it. But he might be.
Right. But also, it dates this certainly.
It does.
In my mind, this could have been any time in the past 15 years, but now it's like, oh, okay, this is firmly in the early 2020s.
Well, and we'll get this. This is a very small quibble, but I just thought it was interesting. I feel like nowadays iPhones are indestructible, more or less. And his iPhone gets thrown in the water. I guess there was some soap as well. And then he immediately has to go get a brand new phone. And I know that was just part of the plot, but I think it took me out of it. I was like, I haven't seen an iPhone had to get ruined by water in 5 years. I don't know if I'm just
fair.
lucky, I guess
fair.
maybe.
I think you're just lucky, man.
I think I might just be lucky. Maybe our phones are getting damaged left and right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also think of it
when
an old person kind of I don't know, anything happens to their phone and they think my phone's completely broken, nothing can work.
Sure.
Here's my email. Could have been
It could
something
be
like
that
that.
too. Maybe it's not even, yeah, maybe he doesn't even realize he just, oh, it's
Sure.
got tossed in water. I need to go need to go pay for a new one.
Yeah.
Could be that. Could be that. But so Baby does, in all the chaos of Barb yelling at Ron, Baby bites Ron, and he's got to rush inside, and he's looking to patch it up and put some something on it. I forget what it was. But he's Bacitracin, that's right. And he's got in his mind that the little rat that Baby maybe ate got rat poison, and now that rat poison is in Ron's arm. Like, it's so funny how many layers deep he's willing to go.
And I had not heard of Bacitracin. It's maybe just ignorance, but when I first heard it, I was assuming he was looking for like some like anti-rabies medication. Basically, I think Bacitracin is actually, when I looked it up, it's just like Neosporin. Like, it's just for anti-inflammatory, like all purpose.
Yeah. I'd never heard of Bacitracin like in that way, like where you just go to your cupboard and grab some Bacitracin, but it is like an antibiotic ointment.
Okay.
Is it over the counter? Like, or is
I don't
did he need a prescription?
I've never seen it over the counter, but I wouldn't know.
Do either of y'all keep a first aid kit? Like, I mean, I'm sure you have got stuff in your home and stuff. Actually, Clark, you've been traveling out of suitcases, so that's even a better question for you. Do you have a first aid kit?
Certainly not. Yeah, I would. I would have nothing to do if I got bit by a rat poison bearing dog.
Rachel?
I think I have one in my car.
That's smart. Yeah, I've got like a few things. I definitely don't have Bacitracin. One of my friends was telling me that she carries around Narcan. Like, she does not have experience with drugs in that way, but just wanted to have it, and you never know, I guess. And I thought that was
one of my friends also
amazing
carries Narcan.
preparedness.
You never know.
Wow, that's amazing.
I mean, the one time it's useful, I guess. Like, boom, saved a life, I guess. Worth carrying it around. And then, okay, so one thing that happens in this episode that actually jumped out to me, because I had a conversation about this recently. So Ron like stumbles over the name. He's like, "A Barb bit me, baby bit me." Like, he accidentally name drops Barb. And the reason I say that is because I was talking to my sister. I was wondering why they don't do that more. Like, why don't they write in normal kind of stumbles or like into the script to make it real? Like, to me, that kind of makes it feel more real when people stumble over your words, or like, I don't know, maybe if they coughed or sneezed or something. Have you guys, I don't know, is that a thought you've ever had, or did that even jump out to you?
It definitely jumped out. And maybe this is why they don't do it, is because of what I'm about to say. My like first thought was trying to figure out if this was like an intentional, like he was thinking that that Barb was being too aggressive to him, and it was meant to be it was meant to not like a Freudian slip necessarily, but they had put that in the script in order to make a point. And I think exactly like you quickly realize that it was just him. It's Barb and Baby, and it's like a tongue twist, like the baby bit my arm with the rat I don't know. But maybe it's just because you could always be like, they wrote this script down. They wrote intentionally every word, so there always has to be some intention behind it. And there probably doesn't have to be. But I was looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it.
I don't know. I like it.
But yeah, I kind of agree with Matt. Like, if it's in the final edit, I would think it's there on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't even think that. To me, my first thought was, oh, they're trying to make it feel like a real, he's chaotic moment. He's whatever, the name slipped. And it's just funny because, literally, I think 2 days ago I was having the conversation why they don't try to do that in movie scripts, because to me, like, that's something I struggle with when watching movies. Is rarely do I get lost in it and think, oh, this could be happening. And I think it's for that reason, is like everyone never stumbles over their words. They're always, very manicured thoughts, and I don't know.
It depends a little bit
Conversations
on the
don't
script
feel real.
writer as well. Like there are definitely certain script writers and just directors movies that are like, it's not necessarily, it doesn't feel like a stage play, but you can tell it's very manicured. It's like the movie's got to stay at a clip, and if we don't get it all out, it's just gonna be way too long. And it's very, it's super purposeful. And then there are some movies where it feels a little more like slice of life, and they don't now necessarily doing exactly what you're saying, where there's imperfections, but a little closer to that, I'd say. So yeah,
fair enough. Okay, so that's basically all the fluff in this episode. So from here on out, it's kind of, we get right back to the plot, and it doesn't ever really leave the plot. So later that day, and I'm pretty sure this all happens in one day, which might be the first time. But yeah, so later that day, Ron is looking for the purchasing director because he's thinking about all those chairs. Someone had to buy those. Someone had to approve that. So that's his new directive, is I'm going to look for who bought these. And as he's looking that up, Natalie calls, and I guess I forget why she's calling, but he wants in on it. And Ron, actually, what does he do? Oh, Ron goes to the bug. He's back on the bug stuff and gets a map of all the locations where they found those bugs. And so he goes to the first location, and he runs into the cop hop fella that they had the run in with at the at the Delaware City Hall. And he quickly bails. And when he bails, that's when
they're definitely asking not a lot, but we don't really get the names of some of these people. And there's a few times they use a really distinctive looking person, but there are also quite a few times that they use not a normal looking. Yeah, they could almost blend in together. Like, we are being asked a little bit to keep track of all the people, which I can appreciate. They're expecting a little bit from their viewers.
Do we know that bug guy? Have we met him before?
I wasn't sure about bug guy. I don't think so. But I mean,
I don't think we've met him before.
But they don't do, even when we do kind of, they bring in a character that we had met like once before. Like Oliver Problo calls later in the episode, and we have to remember that that's Oliver Problo's name. Like there's a few times that they do that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's quite a few characters. But I guess that's how it is in real life. So Ron bails. He recognizes the guy seemingly recognizes him, and he drives away, and he drives by a porn shop, and he happens to think, okay, let's run in here and see if this guy knows any of the people from the pictures I took at the warehouse.
And it is notably a romantic depot, not a porn shop, but we cook.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's just a porn shop.
Right. Yeah. And he wants people who actually care about this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Take it seriously. So he runs in there. He has kind of a funny interaction with the clerk, and the clerk steals his phone and charges it for him, but really steals all his pictures from it. And then he tosses it in the soapy, wavy water, and that's when Ron has to go fix his phone.
And I was curious, those photos, maybe I'm just not tapped into the cutting edge of the porn industry. Those photos didn't look to me like porn. They looked like like they could be home photos. Like they didn't look manufactured. I don't know. I was just like, I didn't take them to be like porn.
No,
I took them as like there was something weird going on in that building that someone was taking pictures of that thing happening. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I agree. They did look like home photos or selfies or something, rather than the new whatever that guy was talking about. How those were brand new or
brand new,
or brand new.
We just can't appreciate it. I guess that's we don't take it seriously. We're not.
Mm-mm. I had kind of assumed that they were like professionally taken, just because he was like in a warehouse where he found them. That could have been like their studio. and the red
Sure.
ball was there.
Sure.
Right.
And Red Ball famously
they're a
porn
media
imagery.
global.
Yeah, right.
Right,
or whatever. Is it
exactly.
media or marketing? What is Red Ball? I feel like I mix it up every time.
Marketing global, I think you're right.
We could-
Yeah.
Marketing. Okay, so those are marketing photos. All right. But anyway, so Natalie is now on the case. She has brought herself on the case. She shows up at City Hall. She's going to look for the purchasing director, whose name is Teresa Bonaventura.
Mhm.
So she knocks on the door, but then she gets interrupted. And then it cuts to Ron. He's at the sub shop that the bug fellow recommended, and
I think
I don't know
if y'all noticed this. I think he just got a veggie sandwich, and previously the sub shop guy recommended it. The reason he likes this place is the turkey, and they load up on the turkey.
Yeah,
and
I could have sworn he got turkey.
Maybe he did. I just saw a lot of veggie. I just saw mostly green inside that sandwich.
I do remember seeing a lot of veggie, not a lot of meat.
The only thing I noted was that it did not look like that good of a sub,
No.
or a sub shop. Like this place looked just kind of mid.
Just looks kind of mid.
Interesting recommendation. I don't know.
I guess if you're really into turkey and that they loaded him up, I'm not into
the
turkey,
volume.
So maybe
of
that's
turkey.
my first problem. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I remember when I first watched it, I definitely didn't connect that it was like the sub shop. Like it just looked like a random place that he was trying to kill time at. But
you thought it was just a
could
separate
I think
sub
it was
shop. Two sub shop mentions in the same epi.
Right.
Yeah.
He got in his mind subs. Yeah. And then he didn't have time to go to the sub shop, so we went to a sub shop.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to believe that because that did not look like a recommendation worthy sub.
I mean, to be fair, he was saying that he was making note of the sub shop because it was infested by bugs.
True.
Okay.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
The
best sub shop in the world
checks.
is not going to have bugs, so there's already some problems going on. Yeah.
Yeah. But from the sub shop, he sees out the window people loading chairs onto a truck. And so he takes off after them. He follows the truck to a second location, I'm pretty sure, and starts filming them over/through the fence with. So is that his new phone? It was a flip phone. No, that's his burner phone, right?
That's his burner. Exactly.
Oh, right.
Okay, so he's filming with the burner. Okay, I that just clicked with me, but I was like, wait, how does he have a phone now?
I was thinking in this moment after seeing him so quickly put the burner to use after the phone, his phone is in the shop. I should get a burner phone. That was my main takeaway from that.
Right.
I just
Really,
you never know. You never know, and it's the same as having Narcan. I don't know. You never know.
Right. The one time where you
get a burner phone, get
thrown
some
in soapy
Narcan.
water.
Yeah. Nothing else. Do those two things.
Nice to have it.
Wait, so why
And
would it be nice to have?
In case my phone's gone and I need to take photos or I need to text someone, like we said, I've been really lucky with my iPhone so far. It has not gotten broken. So I don't have the use case yet, but
so you're due for it.
I might be due.
Case.
That's the problem.
Okay.
It's like my phone won't just get slightly damaged. It's going to get destroyed. And so I'm really going to need it in that moment.
Okay, I'm
I don't know.
understanding. Yeah.
Right. But speaking of, he's filming with his burner, and then he's getting stoned by these children, and then he throws the phone at one of the kids' face, and I'm remembering that now because when does he get that phone back, or how? Or
I don't know if he does.
Is that
I think
okay?
I think he just cooked.
Oh, because maybe he okay. So he throws the burner, and then he goes and gets his new phone, the repaired phone, I guess.
Yeah.
And it got factory reset, and so the Tamblay men's club chat is blowing up, which he muted. And complete side note, but Tim Robinson has such a way of naming companies. Like I was like, everything has to end in A. Tamblay, The freaking
Fisher
Fisher
Robey.
Robey. What is
Yeah.
it? On Detroiters, it also is something.
Oh, it is.
It's
No, I can't.
duvet, something. I don't know, but it has the same sort of vibe. Yeah, look it up real quick.
Yeah. Sam, the one played by,
Mhm.
is his name
Sam.
is Sam Duvet.
Sam
And
Duvet.
so
Okay, Cramblin Duvet.
Cramlin Duvet, of course. Yes, because his last name is Cramblin. Yes.
Yeah. So he's got his way of
His
that he
thing.
likes to name things, and it's funny for some reason.
Yes.
So as he's just eyeing this Tamblay message that's blowing up, someone is complaining of some criminal activity, which catches our eye and his. So he reads this story. It's a bit of a red herring. It's about Tamblay is buying used shirts and then adding fabric and then selling them back for full price, which sure, sell for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But
maybe clean the toothpaste stain though. I could got behind that.
Maybe give it a quick clean. Yeah, that's incredible. It lasted through all that. But
I was happy to be back in the Tamblay shirt store. I don't know about y'all. It was like an old friend.
Oh,
Have
for
you
sure.
guys
That
seen-
character is someone that you don't want to let go.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, have you seen? So I think some videos of him have surfaced. That seems to just be him.
No
That seems
way.
to just be how this guy is. Yeah.
He's just like
Which is
that?
incredible. Yeah. He is like, maybe he is doing a bit and he's like, that's certainly on the table, but there's I think it was just like an interview of him doing some other job, but he is fully the same person, which I love.
That's unbelievable. And Tim just plucked him off the street, I guess, for this? Or
that has to be how he found him. He somehow came across that video and he's like, I need him.
That.
Yeah.
It's inspired.
But this red herring story does help Ron kind of piece together, I guess, his new theory, as far as I can tell, is that now Tekka is taking apart the chairs and switching out the parts and then selling them again, and that's the embezzlement. Honestly, that I'm a little bit lost on that. I don't know if you guys are following any better.
I came here hoping y'all would explain that to me.
Yeah.
The idea is that they're getting these broken chairs back and they're just reselling them as
because he
brand
fell
new
through the
working
chair.
chairs. Yeah.
Okay. That
actually does make sense.
I think that makes sense to me as well. But
it can't be
it definitely
that lucrative,
is
though.
Maybe it in mass quantity. You see all those chairs?
Sure.
Do anything at scale. Yeah, I guess so. I guess he's completely abandoning any sort of like real crazy criminal activity. I don't know.
Sure.
But that's the new thing. Okay, so he relays this new theory to Natalie and calls her up, and she actually tells him that she was able to find out where Teresa Bonaventura lives after she did some sort of like ham bait and switch back at the city hall.
Do we think Wendy's, like the marketing team, signed off on this appearance? Like they introduced the idea of like a Wendy's gourmet menu or something, and they're not gonna deliver on that. Like,
right?
What if that ruins my reputation, my belief of Wendy's now? Like I show up thinking there'll be a Carver's.
I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for the ham.
And if they don't give it to me, I will become disappointed. Like, is Wendy's okay with that? I don't know.
I feel like they had to sign off on it, but I don't really know how all that kind of stuff works.
Yeah. Like, did the Romantic Depot sign off on its appearance in this episode? Or
right.
Yeah. I would be interested to learn how all that, because there's so much of that in shows where you're name dropping a company. Like, maybe you can say whatever you want to, but you can't say, I don't know.
Sure. Like
Maybe
Subway
not.
was in Friendship, and that they must sign off on that because that was very, like, Subway was like the point of that scene. So I guess Tim just likes his,
and we saw their logo. Like, I don't think we've seen Wendy's logo or anything.
That's fair,
right? Like, this could be any Wendy's, I guess, technically.
That's a
I'm
fair
not sure.
point.
I'm
Tim
making
got jazzed
everything
up about it too, though. So me and Tim were in lockstep on that.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. But of course, City Hall, like you don't want to have Ham sitting around. That's
Sure.
why they sent her off. But so Ron goes to that address and meets sweet old Teresa, and
He just walks into her house.
yeah, she's cool with it. She's just watching. I don't know what she's doing. What is she watching? Some TV.
She was watching, I think, House Hunters is what she was watching.
Yep. That's right on brand. She's a
Right.
sweet old
Teresa's
soul.
always doing that.
Having a little snack, but it's immediately obvious that she is not very involved. Like her name may be associated with the city and whatnot, but she's not in on it.
Yeah, she only comes out in the pictures.
Yeah, right. and she gets dressed up.
Yeah.
She's
Oh
ready
man,
for him.
does she?
That blue blazer or whatever.
We got to talk about this snack though. Sorry, I don't want to. We can't move past what she was eating. Did y'all? It was sliced bananas on saltines with a glass of assumedly milk.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I would sign off on that if there was some peanut butter on the crackers. You couldn't. It didn't appear like there was.
That's a good point.
But banana and cracker and milk is. It's not great.
I mean, it's kind of hitting all the food groups, isn't it?
You're not wrong.
It's not bad. It's not bad. And you get the milk, you get the bone strengthening.
I'm a firm believer in don't knock it till you've tried it, and I have not tried that, so I'm not.
Did y'all see? Did y'all see Weapons?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
the movie. This reminded me a lot of when I think he's a principal and his husband, and they're eating the 7 hot dog meal, and it's on a tray. Maybe it's just because it's a tray and it's kind of an unhinged thing to be eating.
But the feel of the room, I agree. Like something about the setup had a similar feel. Definitely.
I should get. I don't own a tray. I feel like it would improve my food experiences. Maybe.
Right. So you're gonna get a burner phone, a tray,
Narcan. A Narcan.
You are being influenced.
This shopping list is going to be eclectic when I show up to Amazon tonight.
Okay, so Ron goes back to Google after this. He's like, okay, she can't be the one we're looking for. So I think he Googles Delaware City scandals or something, and he starts reading up on the mayor, and he kind of finds a lot of scandals. So he heads to Mike's just to, I guess, ask for his help.
Sure. Just need him back.
Need him back. And of course, Mayor Bracken's going to be at some sort of event that anyone can show up at. That's nice. Again, that they keep having these coincidences. So he asks Mike to go check it out for him while Ron's at the investor dinner. And so fast forward, we get dropped in on the investor dinner, and we meet a lady named Alice, who I guess is the lead investor, and her husband. And she asks Barb kind of out of nowhere to say some words before dinner or after dinner, or during the toast. And Barb is a little taken back, but she agrees. Which is, how would y'all feel about that? How's it? Someone dropping that on you at a party?
I'd be nervous.
I feel like it was towards the end of dinner. Like nobody's even paying attention to you.
If it's a toast, though,
that's true.
You're stopping the room. I would.
So I actually maybe don't have a very good feel of what this dinner was. Is this specifically for Barb's pump? Like everyone there is there to hear about Barb's pump, and does Barb have a team of people?
That might be chalk. She's supposed to talk that night,
Yeah, like that would make sense, but there's a lot of people there for, I don't know. It seems like there's some other event and it happens. Maybe Barb is one of the people trying to get investments.
Yeah, the way that I was interpreting it is that these were all people that Alice had invested in, and Barb is just the newest addition.
That makes more sense to me.
That would make me even more nervous, though, if I was Barb, because it's like I don't want to seem like different than the other like I don't want to be the star of the show if this is like an investor portfolio dinner or something and be like, hey, I'm better than all you people because I got to speak. Maybe I'm reading way too much into it at this point, but I'd just be nervous.
Right, and that's why I thought like she was just the newest one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like they
Like,
all
hey,
did
welcome
this
to
at
the
some
team.
point.
So in a way, yeah, it could make sense. Hey, thanks for having me. Glad to be part of this group, whatever type toast.
Yeah.
But
That's all you have
so
to say.
yeah, right. It's easy. Come on, Barb. But so throughout the night, Ron is kind of being annoying. Frankly, he walks up to Barb while she's having a conversation and interrupts her and is like, "Hey, when's when's dinner?" I mean, I guess because he's trying to leave and trying to go meet up with Mike and get some eyes on Mayor Bracken, but he's antsy to get out of there.
Yeah.
And he keeps ducking out to call Mike and get updates. And then after dinner, is really when things kind of unraveling a little bit. So right before the toast, he dips out again, or maybe right after the toast. I can't remember the chronology, but he dips into like some little library study room for one last call with Mike. And after it, he's snooping around and he finds a picture of Alice and Teresa Bonaventura. So that is the first thing that kind of catches his eye. And as he is looking at that picture and snooping around more, he gets the call from Oliver. And Oliver says, "Oh, I had the name wrong all the whole time." And it's actually Alice Quintana. And so everything is kind of piecing together at the same time. Right when the guy from, I don't think we know his name. The guy from the Life of the Party, the guy that Ron attacked, he shows up and they get into another scuffle. Ron tries to make him eat the rat poison that's, of course, still in his arm, and and they're fighting, and then Alice comes in and they kind of reveal everything, and so that is Alice's nephew. He designed, Ron was right. He designed all the websites. She's the head honcho of whatever this embezzlement scheme is, and the money that she's embezzled is what she is going to use to invest in Barb's product.
Sure.
So she kind of holds Ron hostage a bit, or really holds Barb hostage, and dares him to bring it up at this dinner. So I guess all right, Rachel, I'll put you in Ron's shoes. What would you do? Would you bring it up? Would you let it go?
I mean, of course I would let it go.
Oh, of course.
But
of course, just easy.
Like at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. She's not, like you said, in like bringing drugs into the country or doing anything that as bad as he thought it was going to be. And he got to the bottom of the mystery. That's it. Yeah,
I agree. Matt, did you have a different
there's still some loose ends. I don't think of. It's hard. She really has got him in a bind with. I mean, it was nicely timed in the writing, and that we got some riffs in the marriage earlier in the episode, so we know he's going to be a little extra sensitive, and we know he's at least a caring. He might have been a little absent the past 7 episodes, but he's at least a caring kind of father and husband. So he's in a bind. I still have some questions about this mystery, though. Like, I want to know more about the bugs and the Hungary situation. I mean, that was the main red herring that not red herring, the main open end that I'm still thinking about now. So I'm not fully convinced he's figured everything out, and maybe that's just because we have another episode.
I think the Hungary thing was from the very beginning a reach.
Okay.
Where did he even get the Hungary thing from? Was the bugs were just
that's where they make the bane.
And there was a missing piece in the middle of the chairs, I think, is what he thinks there could be drugs inside that.
Right.
Well, because
Hungary
that one guy said he worked for Tekka, and all they would do was take the chairs apart and put them back together. And so he was like, okay, they're replacing a part with something. Oh, what could the something be? Oh, it could be drugs. I think that's how he arrived at that. But Matt, I think I had a similar reaction to you. Why is she going to all this trouble if what she's doing isn't all that bad? So that was
she can't be the only government person embezzling funds. And like we had said, this can't be on the scale of like $1 million if they're replacing chairs with broken chairs. It's like, okay, you make whatever, $300 a chair. I don't know. I just can't imagine it getting that big. And then she's investing it back into companies in the local economy. It's like, how bad can this be?
It's a lot of work to cover up what's effectively flipping chairs, like so that's my reaction coming out of, I guess, this encounter.
What
and
work
this
was really being
of course
put into the one employee who was taking apart chairs, which I think it was
naked,
really just he had a perfect boss.
Yeah. Okay. He just wanted him to be naked.
They did hire
doing something.
Mike.
What's that warehouse? Like, they had a massive warehouse. They've got all sorts. I don't know.
They have a whole.
Maybe you're right.
They're taking photos of.
Ron just saw chairs being loaded into a truck and thought it was Tekka.
We've been propagandized by Ron. Maybe we have. We believe our guy too much. Rachel has the actual realistic take here.
We have the luxury of knowing this is the first season of a multi-season show, so I'm imagining this is the tip of the iceberg. That's just, I'm operating under that assumption.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
At this very moment, at the dinner party, I think I would agree. Like, let's let Barb have her night, and let's just let's let it ride a little bit.
I do think it is like, hey, don't blow up at least tonight. Maybe sleep on it. He's had pretty decent. Well, actually, I say that he's had pretty decent experiences with sleeping on it and then making a better decision. But last night he slept on it and then went out and got a dog this morning. So,
but if that's as bad as it gets,
a little bit.
Yeah, the dog. That seems like that could work out well. We'll see.
That could work.
But he seems unfazed at first. He seems like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna call you out. And he's seeing red. He goes out there, he gets a drink. He's ready to do this thing. We get the like disorienting, like metal music, like he's ready to go into battle. But then one of Barb's friends asks him, "Hey, how's the mystery going?" And so it becomes obvious that Barb has known this whole time and also is telling her friends about Ron and his side quest, and that she's seemingly like supports it and is kind of proud of him over it. And so that kind of makes him have a change of heart. He doesn't bring it up. And so Barb's speech goes well. And then basically Ron and Barb kind of have a nice moment there to end the episode. Or really, Ron is staring at a mirror and like crying in his weird Kermit face.
What do you guys think that last shot, him looking in the mirror, was supposed to like convey? Like, what facial expression was that?
I can't speak much about the expression. That's weird, but in my mind, I don't know what that expression is. But at least him kind of crying and looking at himself is like, you're making the right decision. Like, Barb matters more than this, kind of is what he's maybe thinking to himself, is how I took it.
It's just a troubled expression. If it was on one of those tests where they show people and it's like, is this happy or sad? Is this angry, surprised? This would be an NA in that you could not answer that question on the actual face, but the whole scene, I think, he's just troubled with having to give up the thing he's been fixated on.
It's I don't know. Rachel, what did you garner from that?
Yeah, I watched it a few times. I think it's like him trying to convince himself that this was the right decision.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I
yeah,
think
I'm
so.
happy. Happy with
Yeah.
just Barb is happy.
Right.
Rachel, paint me the picture of you watching this multiple times. Are you
Well, it's always late at night.
Are you crying with him?
Yeah.
No, only the
Empathetically.
first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this any
Uh,
other episodes you watched the ending of multiple times? Just out of curiosity.
No,
Episode 5,
actually, this was
probably.
the only one.
Okay.
Because I
Just
really
had-
felt like there were a lot of things that I was like, if I just had a more artistic eye, I think I would get it. I also thought that this
Sure.
was the last episode. And I was like, done. This is
Oh.
awesome. Perfect
Yeah.
ending.
Oh.
There's so
So
much to
that-
gather
that-
from this.
That was my question. Why? To me, this would wrap up the season pretty well and also leave you a nice little cliffhanger, kind of having the thoughts that we just talked about. Like, how's there not more to this? Blah, blah, blah. Why? I don't know. We haven't gone over the last episode yet, or the next one, which is the finale. Do you guys have any theories as to why this wasn't the finale? To me, it makes
Good question.
it would have made a great season finale.
It's hard to end on a. It didn't feel fully satisfying. Was my immediate reaction. I'd like to see Mike maybe one more time on my screen. See what his investigation led to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we kind of left the whole Bracken stuff.
Yeah,
Never really went into it. Yep, fair enough.
There's a few things I want to know more about. I'd like to, there's a few characters I'd like to revisit. Tara, our guy Rich, Tara's friend who plays
Sure.
with Seth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd love to see him one more time.
Yeah.
It didn't feel fully satisfying, but it does feel like it could have been an ending, and just like how much they linger on that last shot. I don't know if they had lingered like that before this, if I'm remembering
I
correctly.
can't remember a
I
time.
don't think they
no.
had.
Rachel,
to
have
end.
you
Yeah, I
watched?
also-
Have you watched the last episode, or are you?
I have.
Okay. Then we won't ruin it for
Yeah.
Matt, but
Thanks, guys.
the finale, I wouldn't say it wraps it up any better than this.
Right.
But,
And I feel like this
yeah.
episode, it was as wrapped up as it could have been. I think the reason it didn't wrap up with this is just because that's not Tim Robinson. He
Yeah.
doesn't want it to wrap up like that.
That's kind of that's the only answer that I can come away with is why would he wrap something up in a bow? Let's
Right.
keep the chaos going.
But I do hope we get to see the final mall at some point.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah. That's
How is Tucson
we gotta see-
integrated in there?
Right. How do they meet Jeff's needs in his crisis?
Yeah.
But that that was episode 7. Again, a lot of plot covered. Honestly, no fluff, no work, no HR. Straight to the plot, straight to Alice.
I do feel like you
Yes.
guys had a lot of like plots that you didn't feel like were finished. But do you feel like overall a lot of the plot got answered in this one episode?
I will say I really liked seeing his little, I guess he'd printed out his Excel sheet of all the potential leads.
Yeah.
One, I liked that he printed it out. That was fun. Two, I did like kind of seeing, I paused and just like kind of looked at all the things he had written out, and
Oh, I
it
should
was
have
a nice,
done that.
going down memory lane of the show, all these little random ones that not necessarily got dropped, but it was just like, maybe it's wrapped into
Nope,
this, maybe it's not. Like I do think generally they have pulled everything well together.
Yeah. I mean, it's the theme of, I don't know if it's the theme, but how they kept stringing you along is by introducing harebrained idea after harebrained idea, and the fact that it kind of led to somewhat sensical, like, oh, they're just taking apart chairs and selling them for the original price. Like, that seems as logical of a plot as I guess we could arrive at. But again, I'm under no impression that that's the actual thing that's going on. I think this is a lot of effort to hide that. So but I guess we'll see.
Well, I can't wait to see you guys' finale episode.
We're excited. Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for your input. Thanks for your artistic eye that you said you don't have. I want to push back on that.
Yeah,
you had some great insight.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Best episode in all of TV.
Yep,
love that.
It was a blast, and we will see you guys for the season 1 finale next time.
Woo!
See ya.